Yo boys, welcome back. This is the advanced guide. In the advanced guide we're going to go into a few things that Healify No asked for. Oh, fuck's sake, man. You know, anyone else would reset the video, restart, but man, fuck it. We're going in. Oh no, I need to sneeze again, dude. Are you serious, bro? I'm trying to hold it in. Fuck's sake, man. Alright, so anyway, we're going to do the advanced guide here. CD rotation, what, when, and why. Positioning, when to push in and when to hide. And surviving, being trained on what to do, how to position. Right. I'm going to answer Healify No's request with paint. It's literally going to be like you're in class, dude. So I'm going to be honest. Where is it? Right. The other video had music on, but I mean, it's just because of the basics. I mean, it just made it more enjoyable. Here, we actually need to focus now. So no music. You can put your own on if you want to. So, this isn't comedy, but my drawing is going to be bad. I'm not trying to make you laugh, like I'm genuinely trying to explain something. But try not to laugh at my drawings. I'm asking in a polite way. We're going to say this is a healer. Now, this is no troll. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what the fuck? I paid this guy to draw a guide. And now he's just drawing up some paint stick figures. Man, I got no talent with this shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I got no talent. I'm trying my best. So, let's say this is a healer, yeah, on that team. And we already know that, like, it's so fucking annoying when you're playing with a DPS fucker who goes behind the pillar, right? So let's bird's eye this. Just a second, right? Grand Arena bird's eye. Is there even? There we go. Look at this. Right, this is the old map, but it's gonna work. Boom. Right. Listen. Okay. If a DPS is going you, this is gonna be you, yeah? Right. This is you right here. And a DPS wants to attack you, their healer, right here, has to leave the pillar. So this is the DPS attacking you. This is DPS with the sword. This is you. This is their healer, right? This is the healer. The thing is, when someone's going you, it's often in our instinct to run all over the fucking place like a nut job. But humbly, the best thing you can actually do is just drag him and stand behind the pillar. You see, now this healer is a lost puppy. Hey, come back. So this guy will try to position like this. Then you'll drag him like this. My mindset is to actually line of sight, make this guy to not hide from this guy, but to punish this guy for going you. He deserves to be punished for going on you. That's honestly how you should think of it. He should be punished for going on you. Also, the only time you should really be running is if you need to. You're low and he's stunned. Your team stuns him, or you can stun him. Another reason why you stun him, waiting behind pillars, is you stun him and there's no dispels. You can either kill him or you can charge and run off while he's stuck in a stun. Top yourself, start drinking. Then he's lost on the other side of the map. You know, he's pissed as fuck. And then then they're all out of position and they have to chase you down again. And then you want to keep him line of sight. So let's take a few steps back because we made it look all ugly now. Let's take a few steps back. So what you want to do really is to make him line of sight as healer if he goes you. As well, you don't want to be running round and round and round. If your team's trying to peel, let your team hit him, let your team get on him, stun him, slow him, then run. Make sure your team can connect. So your idea is to make this guy, the healer, have as worst time as possible. Try to, and also if you're moving and running too much, then you're not casting, you're losing healing. You need to min-max your healing. Few steps to the left, make this guy move. Few steps to the left, make him move. Make this guy have the worst time. Also, if you're playing with a warlock, well, this is if you're with a melee. If you're with a caster, sometimes it's just best, no joke, just stand like here in the starting room, or stand out in the open, because then this guy is standing here. Just draw him some legs because he lost his legs, and then you'd have like a warlock, and in this position he'd want to pincer them down. So like you're the healer like here, he just gets fear, like that's a fear, he's out of the game. Then there's fucking chaos bolts coming out, dude. Whereas if you're at the pillar versus a caster, let's take a few steps back again, class. If you're at the position with a caster, yeah. So let's go back. I'm not even trolling this video. Like, I'm actually dead serious. Like, if you're with a caster, I don't know. That's supposed to be a staff. Okay. Right. If you're supposed to, if you're doing this and you're line of sighting and chasing, this poor fucker isn't min-maxing his damage. You're gonna lose pressure. You know, you can fear the healer, but now what? Now, how's your guy doing? So, 2 steps back. You want to be fucking blasting with the caster. But melee is a different story. You know, let's take some steps back again. If you have a melee here, you don't want to be doing this. Where this guy's slowed and then he's chasing. You don't want to be doing this with your melee. You never want to be in this position. You want to be like this. You want to literally have it so this guy can just be here. This guy, you know, he's like, Jesus, man, you're line of sighting me. He tries to come round. Maybe now he's free to get CC2 because he had to push in. He's free to get swapped to because he came in. Because now the thing is, imagine this is a Resto Druid. He has to come running in here. So let's redraw up this. He has to come running in here, yeah. So this is the healer Donny. This is you 3 fuckers like bumming behind the pillar because you're insane advanced positioning that you learned from Reeceboss. This guy comes flying in. Oh, I need to heal you. Full hodge. You know, full hodge, or full sense. And when you're playing with melee, it definitely differs. Kiting is not that necessary unless you are on your own and your guy's on the healer. Now that changes because when you're in a position like this, like I showed before. So when you're in a position like this, so this is gonna be you, and this one here is you. And then you've got the 2 boys down there. Oh, sorry. You got the 2 boys down there training each other. Now they're hitting each other. You're hitting this. Now is a good time to just stun him and run, or Crusader, or not Crusader, or sorry. You know what the fuck? How do I not know this, bro? Divine Steed, round the pillar is a good time. Maybe the only time I'd also kite is once you can't cast anymore. So you're dying, and your Holy Shocks are on cooldown, your Word of Glory is on cooldown. You should be kiting while using those. You shouldn't be kiting if you feel like you need to cast Fast Shield. Just stand behind the pillar, cast them, stun him. You can War Stomp, all sorts of things. And now there's one more thing to go into with positioning. I can't really tell you how to position. It's responsive based on what you're facing and the situation. You need to not ask how to position. You need to ask why to position. Right? So when it comes to positioning, it's more like, why are you positioning? Alright? So let's change it up here. Perfect example, sub-rogue. Right? He's sub-rogue. Then he's on your boy, yeah? You want to be as far as possible, 40 fucking yards. The reason why is because you here don't want to get, like, if you're standing close, if you're not 40 yards, this guy will cheap shot, kidney shot, insta. Whereas if you're 40 yards, this guy has to go or step, or he has to walk a bit, then step. This guy has time to maybe move away or use a defensive. He comes back full kidney. You're out of the CC now already. You know what I mean? Now you can bop or something. Where you go. So, fuck me, these drawings are fucking terrible. But listen, positioning is more like why to position, not how. So, versus a mage, I can't tell you really how, right? Why are you not going to push in the middle map? Why are you going to stand at the pillar? While you're on DR, because you don't want to get CC'd. Well, sub-rogue, why you going to stand away? Because you don't want to get cheap shot goad on. Why versus a priest? You don't want to stand near him so you don't get feared. You need to think responsively, not textbookly. You know, this is something you can't really teach, and it comes with experience and understanding of how the other team wins. Try to reduce their value in the game. All that shit about dragging him behind the pillar if he's on you and stunning, that's reducing his value when he's going on you. I don't even know if this really makes sense, because obviously it's going to make sense to me, but at the end of the day, all I can really say with positioning is, I can give you some prime examples now. So we're going to go into prime example positioning. We're gonna use a 3v3 game because it's a little bit more hectic in 3v3. I'm trying to find the game where I wanted to show you. I did get DDoS last night, so I'm not sure exactly where the game is. Hey, here's a good example. Where's that RMP game that we played? It's the RMP. I want to show you the RMP game, but it's really hard. I'm not seeing anything. Don't know where it is. Maybe I DC'd at that point. No, I didn't. It was near the end for sure. Alright, here it is. Right, we're going to show you a RMP game. And I'm going to show you this unfiltered. Not going to lie. I'm going to show you this like completely as it is. I haven't watched it back yet. But we're going to see, you know... Oh, I'm walking into a wall there. We're going to see exactly like why I do certain things and stuff like that. So we're going to a game here. And we're going to skip it a little bit. So what is this? 6:18. We're going to skip about 6:19:24. 6:19:36. Okay. There's me doing my ADHD spell to spell. Can't sit still. Got a whisper for Ryzen there. Just noticed that. So the advanced positioning guide, I'm going to show you something very simple. I'm going to break it down. So my R pillar, it's very textbook, right? Very fucking textbook. I get sapped. And I realize, you know, okay, listen, I'm already processing my info. Mage is there, priest is there. It's probably better for me to heal my boy from here so I don't get polyed, or here. My warlock is here, so I should be standing here after the sap. So, oh no, he's ported there. Okay, so I kind of want to, I'm on poly DR. I kind of want to be line of sighting here. Look, I'm line of sighting the mage. You see, insta, response. I see the mage is there, that I could get 4-second polyed, and my guy's there. So the best positioning, stand here. Very simple shit. Then, you know, I stand in the back healing. We look at the rogues here. The priest is up there. I need to get CC. Now, if I want to go for CC, I'm probably going to get stopped by the rogue, right? But I can't get stopped by the mage. So it is a good time to go for CC, to be honest. Because rogue is now piecing the fight. So I'm on DR here. I try sack blind as I come in. But you need a DR tracker. I'm on DR, so now I know I can't get polyed and punished. Full hodge. Dispel this guy. I can't get polyed now because of the sack, so I can stay in. Okay, start casting Repentance. Try Fleshcraft a kidney. He kicks my warlock. Now I can get polyed. I'm stuck here. Mage there, rogue there, priest there. I get blinded. I trinket, I bop. And then I'm going to try and get line of the mage again. Just lining the CC. You want to minimize that the value they're getting. You don't. If he CCs you off DR, high value. If he gets one poly in a game, low value. Try and keep the value low depending on what you're facing. I can stand here next to the rogue because I'm not scared. He no longer has kidney shot. When he has kidney shot, then I'll part distance from him too. No, standing in the back, line of sighting here. It is what it is, man. You do what you got to do at the end of the day. I rep the rogue, sneaky in the back. I cast rep because again, I'm evaluating the position. They're too far to dispel it. So this is now a high value repentance. Now I also know I'm off poly DR, so I want to make sure I'm standing in the back. I'm not running in, letting myself get feared and polyed. I taunt rogue there. Then look, I know he can start casting poly. Boom. I should have been behind the pillar. Perfect example of shit positioning. I munch a poly because I'm not running to the pillar. I'm not taking into account that I could have been polyed there. I'm off the yard. Now watch what happens, bro. I probably have to use a bunch of shit. Or my boy has to use all his shit. Healthstone comes out. I get feared now because of one positioning mistake where I tank poly now puts me in the worst position because they get to readjust for free where I can't respond. Then he gets a fear too. Luckily, Warlocks are kind of busted, so he starts living up there. I get repolyed again. This one, arguably, I could not stop. I had to bubble too. One positioning error you have just watched us cost every CD of mine. One positioning error. Whereas we step back. Hold on, 29. What are we on? 21:32. We're gonna go to 20:51. If we go back, we're just reading it back, and we have a look at my positioning here. Watch this. Okay, watch this. Okay. If I just made this simple fix with my positioning, so about here I should Crusader Aura. No, I'm wrong because they have interrupts. He has CS. About here, I should Crusader Aura run to this pillar now. I should be back, line of sighting the mage. But I don't. I don't do it, and look what happens. Polyed, we lose the game off this. This is a chain defeat off this. Priest, look at how the Priest insta-adapts his positioning. This is also an example of good positioning. He responds to the poly. And now he's standing on it, knowing he can't be hodged by me. Knowing that he can't be hodged. Knowing he can't be anything by me. He knows now, with Holy Wood up 2, that he can stand here. Okay, so we're going to have a look at his positioning too. And then look what happens. He pieces it away again. You know? So he can't get hodged. Another example of good positioning. He pieces it away when I'm CC'd. Because now I have to lose value by wasting my movement and taking myself out of position again to go CC him if I want to CC him. Do you see how it works? Now I bubble when I use everything here. Thankfully I'm 20% haste so he doesn't die. And now I notice I'm on poly and fear DR. I've got hodge. It's my turn to CC. I get kidney shot. You know, I'm always a CC without the rogue. Look where the rogue is, feared in the back. I'm off poly DR now. So I get sapped off this. Nothing I can really do. This was not positioning at all. Arguably, maybe though I could have distanced away from the outlaw rogue, if possible. Blinds me. I bought my blind. They're sending like all CC here. I don't really care about this though. I'm lining mage. Not very necessary right now because he does have me on poly DR. So arguably I could just sit there. But he does have CS. I'm casting with a lot of instance here in 3v3. As you know, I spam light now in 3s, not 2s. Never use that in 2s, 3s. And now I see he's in a block. I can't really CC, so I try to come out for a hodge. He does cloak it though. Well played to Acro. He makes a good plays here. This is just a humble game. I'm not trying to flex my gameplay. I'm just humbly showing you what the average game looks like with positioning wise. And you see how I'm spam lining. I'm never letting this guy get poly off. I dispel. You know, here, look, I'm never in the mage's line. He's had one poly this game, boys. Maybe one poly, I think. One poly chain. He can't CC me like this when I play like this. This positioning bad by the priest now. He's pushed in. He's getting CC'd. He could war stomp repped maybe. He has fate there. I get kidneyed. You know, but here I'm gonna get rung. The boys can't stop this one, I think. It's sad. It's sad for the boys. I trinket. I get feared on my trinket because that's stupid fucking slow. We nearly lose because of that, by the way. Luckily, we don't, though. The trinket was still decent. Trinket sack. I top him up. Now let's look at the priest. What's the priest doing? And look, you see now, I'm on DR. He has no fade. I can just go in for free, dude. I'm not gonna get hurt. I have sack up too. Why didn't I hodge here? What is wrong with me, bro? I go with the war stomp instead. I could have just hodged him. Didn't even notice that at the time. But you see how even coming out, we nearly died. But anyway, we smoked them. But the point is that you see my positioning here. These guys get fucking smoked real quick. Smoke turkey, smoke ham. Is there another game? See if there's another game. I DC on the stream, so I don't know when it is. I smoked him. Alright, it's these guys again. We'll show you another little game here, positioning wise. Then I'm going to analyze some other VODs. So we go in. There's another RMP. I don't think it's Dr. Dagger. So this is another good RMP. I wonder what's winning the mirrors out of these two. So again, back to, you always want to start at your pillar. The reason why, so you can't just free sheet me in the open. We get combat there, and I'm already at a pillar then. Look, and I can also line of sight if they went me. I'm at the pillar. Freedom. He fears me. And now I'm out in the open and get poly. So this is bad to go for the fear like I did, but luckily the boys stop it. So now I'm pushing because I know I can't really... See, the thing is, you also have to track one thing. You have to track when your boys have interrupt or when you have sack. Can you interrupt? Your position can be good if you're pushing in for CC. If you have sack, if your boys can stop polys, then it's good. Don't always sit at the pillar. You got to make a move. But you should be making a move when you're either on DR for CC. You know that their stuff's down. It is practice. It's like you have to know what's down, what's not. You know, when you're on DR, you can push in. I'm at a pillar again, always. You see, I'm always lining though, boys. Always at a pillar. I'm never really out too much. You should never really be leaving that pillar these days. Then I go for a hodge. Yeah, full hodge comes out here. And then I get a rep as well. This is a game-winning rep. Unfortunately, it breaks, to be honest. And then, you know, I get DB'd here because I'm near the mage. And I get polyed. Look what happens if I'm near the mage. Ideally, I shouldn't have gone for that rep, knowing the Infernals would have broken. And I should have been lining the mage. And I wouldn't have been polyed here. So looking at this back, you can see some positioning mistakes. And if I had played better, imagine how much it would smoke these teams. I DC into that team. I remember now. I'm real. Let's go into one more here and just see, like, you know, lock mage, definitely a good example. I'm just going to keep running examples. It's basically, you just need to learn when is a good time to go in. right? You asked that. When is a good time to go for CC elevator? Right? Good time is when you're already at the yard or you have sack. This is why I don't play big sack, because you can sack, you can't get CC'd, you can run in and CC yourself. When they've wasted fade, when they've wasted, or your boys have interrupt, you can go in. If the healer can't get out of your CC and you can run in with charger, maybe your boys have 2 interrupts. I see he has pummel, he has CS available. You can call them in voice to stop poly. You make them stop poly. You CC, you get back to the fucking pillar and light CC. Value, dude. You see that healer's in a fear and that he can't respond to you and that they can stop the boys. Maybe the boys are in a stun too. Then you push in. Don't push in free willy without taking these things into account. If you run in off the R and they have everything, they're going to press all their buttons. You can't CC, then you're going to get CC'd. That's horrendous situation. That's terrible value. That's terrible value. So you got to keep that into note with positioning. Positioning is the hardest thing to explain, hence why I'm doing it first. CC management is CD information. This is the easy part for the boys. This is the hard part. So here, look, I'm max ranging. I kind of want to stay. I arguably should be a little bit more back. I think I'm taking account of the boys. They're downstairs right now, so I know I can't get CC. That priest, he's looking prime for a hodge. You know I can push in now because I can't get polyed. Look where they are. They can't CC me. I can do whatever I want. They're downstairs. They're lurking down in the depths, bro. I could definitely hodge this priest, man. No one's gonna stop me. Not a single guy can stop me. I duke out the fade there. Make sure he doesn't fade first. Look. No one can stop me because they're all. I don't know what they're doing downstairs, but fuck it, they're down there, and I'm just doing whatever I want upstairs. We force, some cooldowns there. I get it. I try to go for a rep, and now look, I know I can't be CC'd because they're positioning. I'm looking at the position. You see, I'm edging my camera all the time. I see the warlock's over there. Warlock's there. So if he fears, I'll fall back. Mage's there. Can't get poly, so I only have to watch the warlock. And you see how I was already falling back there. Boom, he's smoked, bro. Because they're nowhere to be seen, so they're letting me play. So their positioning horrendous. They should have been covering me. They should have been pressuring me back so I can't play the game. They should have been pressuring my boy back so he can't play the game. But the mage was downstairs, no pressure. We could just solo the warlock. That's an example of positioning right there, Go for one more game. Go for one more game. I want to play. Alright, let's go. Jungle. Right. I want to be away from fears and away from clones, right? So I'm watching where the fucking Feral is. Feral's there, right next to me, and look what happens. I get stunned. I have to bubble the trap. It's kind of scary. Let's have a look. I'm getting MD'd now because I'm too close. So what happens when you're too close? You get blasted, man. This game was really scary from Billy Bobs, by the way. And then, look, listen. I get kicked here. Arguably this is fine. I bop. I'm standing. You see how I'm always away though. I don't want to be feared. I'm not giving him the fear. He comes in for the fear. I should have moved, bro. This is bad awareness. I should have seen where he was. Cavaliered away. You know what I mean? Now I'm getting trapped. This is like huge misplay by me. Huge misplay. Luckily that thing, he singes it off. Otherwise that would have been bad, man. But you see now I know that he doesn't have fear. It's my turn to CC. You see how that works, bro? You see how I waited until he used his shit, or until I knew he couldn't do it. So maybe if he got kicked on shadow, or if he, was dying, I can run in now. Boom, it's a free hodge, dude. I'm also lining the hunter here. Get a full rep. I'm lining everything. Now I see this guy wants to trap me. I try and toughen him up. I'm trying to stand away from him. Now look, I'm not really that scared of the fear. He gets feared out. You see how I'm constantly moving away from this hunter as well. Look, now I'm moving away. I'm moving away from the team again because they can CC me, so I'm on the move. I get stunned though because, stun trap's crazy. But do you see how that works, boys? Does that positioning make sense? I hope it does. This started off very troll, but I think I actually got to explaining it pretty well. I hope you stuck it out. When you saw the paint drawings, I hope it didn't make you, go away. So we're actually going to analyze a game here. We're just going to analyze one game. He got us a video of his gameplay, very humbly showing us the gameplay. It's 4 minutes long. I think I'm going to try and critique everything in here. Because I've covered a lot of mages and priests and stuff. This guy's against a warrior team. Okay? So we're seeing here instantly, if I were to critique you, bro, I would say that your UI is very small. But if you can see it with your eyesight, it's obviously fine. I like the positionings here. I don't too much like this, but this I think is unnecessary, bro. No offense, but like if you need to re-see these CDs, then why are they here as well? You know, like you should just make this bigger or move this up a bit. In my opinion, you should just copy like more of a standard PvP UI. This is like PvE UI. You don't need to see the map. You don't really need to see the healing this big. I don't know what that bar is. The map's okay, I guess. I don't know what this is up here. This is a lot of irrelevant information. Tracking. You don't need to see when he has file. You don't really need to see when he has gouge. You don't need to see when he has shiv. You don't need to see when he has feint. You don't need to see most of these things. You could minimize the info you're processing. You're already processing a lot of information, in my opinion. I would definitely change up the UI. Probably not going to be nice to hear because changing your UI takes ages to adapt to. Chat box, you know, I mean, he's big, but he's alright. But these, I would honestly, if I was you, make your cooldowns more big. Your bestow faith should be up here. I can already tell, but you're valuing crusade. You're valuing judgment. You're tracking judgment more than bestow faith. That should be pressed off cooldown. So I already kind of know. And concentration, like these things are very, very nearly. You don't even need to care about these at all. Oh, you are tracking. What's that? Bestow faith, is that there? I don't know. Anyway, I think all this should be changed. Oh my god, there's a lot going. Hey bro, there's a lot of irrelevant information on your screen. Humbly. I'm gonna have to be honest. You gotta stay humble, bro. He's against skilled class. Alright, game starts. You could have built. He's probably doing something with his recording. But ideally, he should already be building his holy power instead of casting the vicious. Right, let's see where his positioning is. Right, he goes to the. Okay, he goes to the thing. There's a storm bolt. Alright, he sits in the back. Have you pressed bestow faith yet? He has. Okay. He's casting a fast shield here. So obviously hard for me to analyze his rotation. If you do this in the future for me, you should use trophy GCD. So I'm going to see what GCD is. Bestow faith should be pressed now. Yes. He watches the stream. Holy shock now. Holy shock. Okay. I've noticed something about your gameplay already. You're going to be faster with what global you're pressing next. You're actually giving it a little bit time, which overall might make the difference between maximum output and not so maximum output. We don't need to really track this CD here, by the way. I don't think it's very necessary to track as this can proc, so he can get this any time, bro, and this will just say that it's popped, but it's not worth tracking. There's the avatar war banner. I want to see wings. I need to see wings now. I need to see wings. We get hexed. Okay, your movement's a little bit clunky too. Okay. He pops the wings here. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff here. Nice blind on the alley. Right, you want to get away here. You want to get behind a pillar now and start casting so you can't get sheared. If you used the Divine Steed, you might have got away here. He does stop himself though, very respectfully. Do you have Hodge available? Where is your Hodge? Where is your Hodge, my friend? You're probably looking at this. It's there. You don't have Hodge available. Okay. I see heal up here. You're going to start juking kicks maybe? I think you're casting Crusader Strike a little bit too much in my opinion. Just bestow faith in 3 seconds here. Let's see if he does it. Holy shock, bestow faith. I want to see bestow faith somewhere. So here, like, you should have been bestow faithing here. He's in the back. I do like your positioning here. I think your actually positioning is not bad at all, so honestly, you're actually pretty decent, bro. It's not bad at all, brother man. It's not bad at all. You're actually doing pretty good. He hexed the rogue. Alright, so nice. So right now, you know he doesn't have hex. You have Hodge on the bowler, surely. Where the fuck is Hodge? Where's Hodge, man? Bro, your UI is so small, man. Holy fuck. Is that Hodge down there in red? Yeah, I think you have Hodge available. I can't fucking tell, bro. Honestly, this is actually hard to see. Oh no, it's 7 seconds. He hasn't 7. Right, let's already see. You should already be planning your next move. Hodge, you have kidney available. You could do a double CC. Let's go. He's going for it too. Oh my god. He gets the Hodge. Now what does he do? Back to the pillar. Surely back to the pillar. He gets feared. Right. Let's go. Let's look a little bit back here. Oh my god. You're not doing too bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just go a little bit back when you push in. Yeah, nothing you could do. Arguably, you should have gone to the middle pillar, really. I mean, you could maybe avoided the warrior that way as well. Avoid the fear. Doesn't really matter. Gets the bestow faith. You actually, I think you're doing very well for the most part. There's a few things here. Like right there, there was like a half a second where you're not pressing anything. Like watch. You ready? You're going to press one global? Now, look at this. Look at the downtime. Look, all that time you could have pressed something. So it's slightly faster. You could have been building your holy powers up. You could have maybe even just thrown a judgment. You could have just started casting, even if you just, you know, faking kicks or something. You sit in the back though, it's nice. You see the shaman coming in, you see a cap, you bop here, bops the cooldowns. I feel like you should have wings for that. You should be lined up your 2 minutes. He doesn't blind the shaman though, it's very good. You got consider he can hex you probably, so maybe sit back. He gouges him. You need to get to a pillar quick. He links. So yeah, positioning you're doing pretty well, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think you're doing pretty well. It's not a bad game at all. Not a bad game at all. I think the only thing I see is there's obviously output. Output could be a bit cleaner. Like right now, you could be pressing Bestow Faith now. You press it. Now you want to press Flash Shield instead of Holy Light. You don't want a Holy Light here. Are you playing 2 bops? The question is, right, if you're playing 2 bops, I think, right? Then you should never Holy Light ever. It's not what, like, you need a Flash Shield with the Divine Fave, or like maybe just a normal Flash Shield. Nice positioning though. Always away from the Shaman though. Always away. Always away. I like that a lot. Vanquishing Hammer should be up now. Do you have Vanquishing Hammer? You gotta send that. So you pushed in here. Why did we push in? Because nothing happened and then we got CC'd. So what was the intention here? We pushed in and a cheap shot. Okay, so you had Hodge, I'm assuming. Yeah, you have Hodge available. And you push in for the Hodge. But he's on stun DR. Bro. So chasing in like this, not necessary. And he Hodge grounding. But you're stun DR'd anyway. So you see, you haven't checked the DRs, and then you've tanked CC yourself. This is a bubble. Like, I would immediately bubble this, to be honest, bro. He tanks it. Outlaw Rig tanks it. Also, I would recommend here, you're playing Tauren, you're with an Outlaw, should be playing Rep, dude. Right here, you could just War Stomp Rep him, game would be over. No joke. 8 seconds CC, game's over if you War Stomp Rep this guy. He's playing fucking Dwarf. You would 100% win with Rep. You need to play Rep every game, no blind. Into stuff like this. You get sheared. Yeah, I think your movement's very clunky. I think you should, and you should be tighter with the pillar. Be tighter with the pillar. You're always kind of lurking off that pillar. I can tell it's going to affect you versus other things. You kind of want to be really tight and quick. Your movement's got to be fast, bro. Like that. Like you're doing now, it should look like that most of the game. Like that. That was pretty tight. But it should look like all the time. Okay, Holy Light, I don't like this global because look, it's too slow and you get sheared. We're never pressing Holy Light, bro. Never, unless you're playing Light's Grace and you can 100% get it off. You also have Divine Favor there. You could do a lot of things. Also, with positioning, you could have been further back on the pillar. But most part, I wouldn't press Light of Dawn. I wouldn't press Holy Light without Light's Grace. But yeah, that wasn't a bad game. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like straight up, like I think he didn't play too bad, to be honest. So he's got some other games on the go here that we're gonna review. It's Unholy, Holy DK. So positioning wise, you already want to get these guys fucking away from you. So you've used your, was that your Crusade Divine Steed? If so, there should be freedom running now. You never want to stack, especially on the cooldowns. You want to press wall here. But I can already see like a huge improvement will be clearing up your UI, man. It's too small, it's too PvE, and you're tracking too much irrelevant information, in my opinion. There's too much irrelevant information on the screen. So you bubble here. I can't even see you tracking A-bomb limb. So you need to go in the basic guide and track A-bomb limb. You need to copy what I track and respond better. I don't even know if this guy's pressed A-bomb limb yet. Like, I know obviously this is biased because I'm looking at UI compared to mine and I'm used to mine. But I know I would definitely track that. Good job kiting though. Like, for real, good job kiting. You're playing really well with the kites. I'm not going to analyze your partner's gameplay. So here, you want to bring them back to your partner now so he can peel. So he's kiting him. He brings them back. That's good, that's good. And now you want to get a stun going on the DK from the rogue. Maybe War Stomp Rep or Hodge the healer. You should always be Rep. You'll have a much better time. So there's the Hodge. Now let's get a freedom and run. Oh, he doesn't have freedom. So you just run now. You always stay in line. I would swap another pillar maybe, to be honest. And just, buy some time. So here he's wasted grip. We got freedom. You should freedom now. Nice, and Divine Steed. I see you pressing it. He's got it. Divine Steed. Boom. And now you line of sights. But now the rogue's getting kited, so he wants to kind of bring it back to the rogue, maybe? No, this is good. This is perfect. Get behind the pillar, top yourself. Nice. Look, they can't pit. This is good positioning. Good positioning, not bad. Actually, one of your stronger points. Your weaker points, it's definitely your information response to his CDs. Oh, you see him above his head. Okay, let's see how you react to the next Able member. But I think your weaker points are the output as well, and just the UI in general. Your information you're processing might be a little different to, mine. You're actually playing really well positionally though, and I'm not even against this positioning, to be honest. Things should just be quicker, I think. So the shaman's on him. He's lining the DK. I like this. But let's move now. He walk into the DK. Oh, for a blind. Okay, that's respectful. My mistake. Yeah, rehodges. Now let's move. Let's move. Goes over. Let's move. You should be out of here. Goes over. You're staying in a little bit too long. He's on the same pillar now. I think, is that A-bomb limb coming out? I don't know. This is so hard to see. You have this fleshcraft, you idiot shit, but I really don't think you should call yourself an idiot, and I also don't think you should be told when to fleshcraft. It's like, that's kind of useless. So let's end to the back here. You also could have fleshcrafted Hex. You actually, I'm not gonna lie, like this is not flame, but you're clearly not using this anyway, because you could just fleshcraft the Hex cast here. You could fleshcraft this right here. You could fleshcraft the whole go. But what also happens here, let's take a few steps back, is he's still got CDs up. He's still got his CDs up, but you're leaving him in the dust. Right here is where you should turn around and just heal him. But you go behind the pillar and get rooted. Like here, you're line of sighting your boy way too much. Either you should have committed and run this way round, but if they're on you, you have nothing to worry about. I mean, your guy has, kidney, vanish. I know I said I wouldn't talk about your boy, but he could have actually vanished here. But he should vanish up. Like he has stuff to stop the Hex. You shouldn't line him so hard. You should just focus on healing him. Like if he's going him, he's going him. You don't need to be at a pillar. You need to be behind the pillar. You can just bob. You can bob around the pillar. So what you would do in that situation is instead of what you did where you went halfway around the pillar like this, you would just go bob around the pillar like this. Stay. He casts cap. He incaps. You kill the incap and bob. He roots you. You can bob this way, and then you don't have to line so much. So that's what I'd do. Information, you're playing well. I just think the information taken in could be a bit wrong. Positioning wise, you're actually better than I think you are. Positioning, right? And you also asked, but yeah, for you I track DRs and also it's when it goes over, you should be out of there. You should only go in when you can go in. You need to learn when you can go in without getting punished, and when them coming in punishes them. That's number one. I think I've already explained it a lot though. I feel like I'm speaking a lot. So surviving, being trained, what to do, out position. We've done that. Position, when to hide, push it. All right, position, when to push it and when to hide. Right, you're obviously pushing. We spoke about that when you're off the Rs or your boys can stop you getting CC'd. When you're doing a go and things are locked down, you don't want to go in when they have all their stuff up. And you haven't got a stun or anything from your partner. You got to work with your partner for that. Surviving and being trained, keep them lined, how to position, just keep them lined out their healer, but don't run away from your boy. Let your boy connect. Try and make them line their healer. Punish their healer, not them. Make the healer hard. Make it hard for them to get on you through their healer. Right? Then we got CD rotation, when and why. Okay. Right. CD rotation is very crucial as a pally. It's very crucial, right? Versus things where bop doesn't have a value, you can kind of throw them out when you feel it's spicy, like you bop a hunter stun, a sack a trap. If you feel like the trap will force things, you can bop a intimidation stun for the kill. But versus stuff where bop is high value, Holy Paladin, Warrior Mirrors, Windwalkers, you need to kind of save them on their main big CDs. You use bop when they're using everything, and preferably in early damp you don't need to use it. Save it and use those later in dampening when you can't heal the damage. They're 5-minute cooldowns, so if you use them early you won't have them later. So unless the game goes past 5 minutes, but by the time you get the second bop you're talking about 6 minutes, 7-minute games. If they force it a minute in, you kind of want to just save them for as late as possible, just when you don't have the healing. 2-minute cooldowns in this game, scripture wings of them. If something has a 2-minute cooldown, press wings. Go. This is what I do at the start of every expansion. No joke, this is what I do. I go on here. I don't know if you can still do it, but I make a class trial. I'll make a class trial for every class, and I will do this. This is what I do. No joke, I would do, right? I go in for a class trial. No way, why did that say boost? Character not found. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Apply boost to unlock. Bro, I'm not unlocking that shit. Right, anyway. Either go online, look a bunch of streams, log into alts, you know, level 50 alts if you have any, look around, and have a look at what cooldowns they have, man. Look, I know Combust here, they have Combust. I research every cooldown, track them, really research and understand, read all these abilities on every class, understand every class's abilities, track their cooldowns, right? The 2-minute ones that don't get CDR'd, cooldown reducted, is use them with your wings. Just script them. Avenging Wrath from other pallies, like Brett pallies, press your wings. Warband 2 minutes, press your wings. With Vendetta and Combust, you can't press your wings every time, so you need to split out your cooldowns. Now, this is what I want to tell you though about cooldown rotation. Okay, this is where we get a little bit advanced. So we're going to bring back paint. Bring back paint right here. I really hope this helps. I'm bringing back the paint here. So, can you see the paint? Alright, you can see the paint. Right, so, listen. We have you. And we have Rogue. Right, this is your Rogue. Now, let's have a look about our cooldowns. We have Divine Shield. Blessing of Protection ×2, Trinket, obviously, and Wings. Okay, these are your main cooldowns. Main things here: Cloak of Shadows, Evasion, Vanish, Trinket. Right, you can already see you have more cooldowns. Okay, but let's propose that you're against Rogue Mage. Let me tell you something, right? If you're against a Rogue Mage and your Rogue gets kidney combustion, right? With Rogue CDs too, right? So the Rogue uses CDs too. Your boy here, what happens if he Trinket vanishes? He lives. Okay, so if you Trinkets vanishes, it's a tick. Okay, it's a tick. You live with Trinket vanish. So what happens when they go him next go with Smoke Bomb? Smoke Bomb can be scary as fuck, but you can bubble run in and save him. Okay? You bubble run in and save him. So then what happens though if we take this back and they go Rogue and you Trinket? You Trinket to save the Rogue. Well, now they can bomb your Trinket and then they'll force the Rogue's Trinket too. So let's take it back. What if you bubble? If you bubble first, they can kill you next go. Or you have to Trinket next go. Then your Rogue has all his cooldowns. Then they can go you next go. So this is where WoW gets really complicated and tricky, and this is where becoming a pally and understanding this is what is going to define you as a player. Like, this is where you will separate yourself. How are you going to use your cooldowns as efficiently as possible? Okay. So, let's get a general rule of thumb. If you're against the team that relies on CC, and they fuck their CC up, i.e. they kidney your Rogue, but they do not get the DB instantly, you can we also have Sacrifice. We also have Sack. And I never play Big Sack, so you can use that for CC. You should pretty much use Sack to avoid CC, but you can also use it as a shield wall on their cooldowns. 30% damage reduction on their cooldowns. It's a 2-minute cooldown. You can line it up with your wings if wings isn't enough. You can line it up with any, damaging cooldown. Vendetta, Sepsis. If you don't want to sack the blind, if you can't sack the blind, if you blind you from stealth, you may as well Trinket, use Sack, get it aligned so you can maybe sack the next one, but also damage reduction on those cooldowns. You could do that, right? But let's think for a second here. because we're going off track with this. You have to figure out how to use your cooldowns well with the other guy within your team. So you got to understand. Versus stuff with CC, you should use first. So what I mean is that if they CC the rogue but don't CC you, your rogue gets maimed. Instead of him trinketing and evasioning by a feral, but they haven't chastised you yet, you could sack him. Or you could bop him. This way you save the trinket. You don't want to lose the trinket. Whereas if they CC both of you and it doesn't have something where you need to respond, so say they use cloak, they use shadow bomb, a smoke bomb, or duel, your rogue has to use. Whereas if they don't, you can maybe use, but he might bomb your trinket, obviously, but you have to be quick. I'm probably confusing you because I'm confusing myself. But what I'm basically implying is that you need to understand how to get the most value out of your cooldowns. Can a team kill you? If so, your rogue should probably use first if they hit the rogue. If they can't kill you, and you're free to do so, you should probably save him. So if your rogue has, let's say you used your trinket, and you only have bubble, but your rogue has trinket, cloak, evasion. Now this is the best way to explain it. Pretend, listen now closely, okay? Let's say that you've used trinket, you've used wings. He has all his cooldowns. If another go happens on your rogue, they go rogue, the best play is to let him use. Because if you use again, now look what happens. Let's flip this to the enemy perspective. How would you see this? Well, the rogue now has everything, but the pally has nothing because he keeps using to save his rogue every time. So we'll just kill him. Then you die. So in this situation, you've got no trinket. The rogue should use. Because now, let's say he uses this. Now next go, who are they going to kill? Nobody. Because you can bubble to save your rogue on the third go. Which then means he might get a vanish off on the next. You know, his trinket might come back. Or your trinket might come back on the next. So that's how rotating CD works. Does that make sense? So let's put it into perspective versus a warrior. Warrior's training you, but he swaps to the rogue. Your rogue's low HP. Do you think he should evasion? Or do you think you should bop? You want evasion. Evasion will come back faster because it's a 2-minute cooldown. But also, if the warrior starts hitting you again, you can bop. Whereas, if he starts hitting the rogue again, you can also bop. But if he starts hitting the rogue, but if you use bop first, well, he can just kill you now. Whereas if he uses, evasion, well, now you can bop the rogue and yourself. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You need to look where your cooldowns have the most value. Again, against a warlock, we're getting chaos bolted. He's going you. He's going your rogue. And you trinket, wings, use everything. Use fucking everything, man. Then you get coiled on it, so you have to bubble. This happens sometimes, right? Whereas, and now you can die, but also he can die too. Next go, he has the cloak, right? But then, like, they can just go you, so they'll just go you and kill you. Whereas if your rogue just trinket cloaked, well then next go, at very worst, you can trinket wings, maybe device shield if you have to. You have all these CDs back, he'll get them back. So what I'm trying to explain is, you want to consider how fast you can get your cooldowns back. You don't want to be using, let's use this and this and then this. And then, in this time, he could have done 3 Cloak of Shadows, but instead you have 0 because you prioritized yourself. You've also opened yourself to be a kill target. Does that make sense? So weighing out that value, I can't tell you use this and this and this and that perfectly scriptedly. It's more like an equation. It's more like you have to respond based on the value of what happens. So have a look at other cooldowns. Feral Frenzy 45. You could be using this every Feral Frenzy. You need to look at your cooldowns and then look at the other enemy cooldowns and weigh out. So you'd scroll down here, look at all their cooldowns. Let's have a look. Feral Frenzy 45 seconds. Oh, I could wall that off cooldown. So I should save my wall if he's going me full Feral Frenzy. Berserks every 3 minutes. But that's clunky as fuck, no? Like, I have a 2 minute. So you want a 2 minute wings one, have your boy used on the next, and have wings for the next one. Or you can wings one, bop the next one. You know what I mean? Or maybe try to get a proc on the wings on the go. If it doesn't, then use wings, you know? You want to use stuff like that. If you're playing badge, you want to press it with, you know, their CDs. Then you want to get another one off before their 2 minute CDs. Then another on their CDs. You're min-maxing. Versus Pally, it's 2 minute wings. Just line up your 2 minute wings. Maybe your 2 minute trinket too. It's a 2 minute trinket. Line it up. That's why trinket versus anything but outlaw. Healers always trinket blind. Line it up. Get them on the go. See what cooldowns at the same time. Do your research. This is where I can't help you. You have to just do your fucking research. And it's got. I do it before every expansion. I learn every single new class and every ability and every cooldown, and I memorize them. It's a memory game. They say WoW is a knowledge game. You have to study the game. You have to. That is at least what I can explain to you in the advanced tutorial about, you know, positioning. CDs, how to use them, when to use them. You know? I can show you one more game from my POV where we can just have a look at CD rotation to help you get a better gist for it. And I'm probably just rambling a bunch of shit. Fuck knows if this even makes sense. So we go in here. There's Pomoxy in the chat, yo. So we run in here. So let's have a look what happens. Okay? I bestow faith, obviously, doing my rotation nice and clean. I think we might lose this game, but we don't give a fuck about that. They pop all cooldowns. He uses wall, yeah? But I also sack. So we double wall their cooldowns. That's fine. We're looking at a 1 minute cooldown here, so I'm not trying to script too much. I drop my wings, though, as well, because at the end of the day, you know, we got to heal through. So we use all our... I don't use my immunities, though. We save this. I get in captives by positioning. I flesh off the fear. That was beautiful. But do you notice how I let him use first? Because what happens if I bop there and then they don't, then they go me, then they're getting more cooldowns where he just trades his wall and sack. I use sack because I can't use sack for myself. It's good to use sack for a wall first on your team because you can't use that for yourself either. Save stuff for yourself too. If you have to, if you can be swapped to. Or the warlock, they can swap to the warlock now. So you see how I didn't use bop for the warrior, I was saving it for the warlock. Or am I here casting? So let's have a look. They're playing spear, so they have spear, he's war breakering. You know, I'm just healing through it. I sharpen on my warrior again. And, you know, big damage, and I'm waiting for the spear, and if spear comes, I'm gonna bop. And I did end up double bopping him, which is a mistake, but look, here's the spear. Now I trade a bop because look, he's dying and I don't have the healing. He walled. Mistake. I should just let him wall. I should have bopped the warrior, let him wall. I didn't see he walled. There's no voice, to be fair. So there is a classic example of overlap. Now what are we going to do next go? Where we could have walled, he's going to die, and watch him die. Like, he's going to die. Look, the game, I flicked 2 seconds and the game's over. You know why? Because he didn't have wall for the next go and I didn't have bop for the next go. That is an example of classic overlapping. So it was the best place to let him wall first. Bop for the warrior because the warrior didn't have anything. The warrior didn't have anything for himself, so then I use. But the warlock had wall, and when I used for him, when he had his own, it cost us the game. Well, even if I just bopped and he didn't wall, it would have been decent, but it would have been better to have the bop at the end too. I hope that explains those things there. I really hope that explains. It's super hard to go into. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry if the explanation isn't insane. It's really hard to, you know, go through and explain, but I hope my insight, you know, I can. That is basically the best way to explain it, though, is you need to gain the knowledge yourself. You need to get a feel for what cooldowns work with what cooldowns and what you can use and what you can't use. And also, I do want to say one thing. If you don't have full gear, get full gear. Every item level makes a difference. In your partner, conduits, it all makes a difference. I struggled to get 2-4 on my priest, and then once I had the conduits from 2-4, I went up to 2-7. Yeah, conduits matter. You have to just try and get by to 2-4 until then. I hope this guide has helped. I really hope that I haven't been rambling for too long and it was sense. I hope you made sense of it. I'm sorry for the lack of editing and it's just kind of a talk. But thank you very much. Special thank you to Heal If I Know once again. A shout out to everyone on my stream. Love you all. Peace, boys. Thank you for listening, boys. I really hope it helped even 1%. Thank you.